Sorry about that, we were muted. But we have a tornado warning impacting the areas towards the Wichita, or close to the Wichita Falls. This is not on the ground, but this is still currently ongoing, and this will impact the areas towards the Kaden Corner, Valley View, Iowa Park, Pleasant Valley, Wichita Falls, Lakeside City, and going into Bacon, Texas. This is Wichita Falls, Texas. We got some very slight rotation within this area. It's kind of hard to really tell what we're seeing, but I was talking about this cell a couple minutes to actually a few hours ago now. I was talking about the cell towards the Wichita Falls. It was way out here though, just outside of the warning. It was over here when I was talking about it. It has now been allowed to be warned. And with that, it is radar indicated. No debris or nothing about this tornado being on the ground has been reported. It is just a radar indicated tornado warning at this time. I am continuing to monitor this situation as we get into a little bit farther into it here. I appreciate the people that may have joined in here. We are again covering for this tornado warning in the Wichita Falls area. So if you are in Wichita Falls, please do take precautions and have a plan immediately. As of now, this is what it's looked like so far. This tornado warning will expire in 36 minutes. We're going to continue to monitor it as it goes. I'm going to take a look at any new posts that we might see. And hopefully we don't see anything from this, because it would be very, very bad. Alright, so still monitoring the situation. And still got rotation ongoing for the area towards the just pretty much west of Wichita Falls. Now the storm is starting to kind of include into itself. We're getting some occlusion, and with that, that means the storm is just going into itself, and which normally is a good thing. That helps it calm down a little bit, and normally we don't deal with much danger, but at the same time it will cause another issue point where we have to deal with the possibility of it recycling, and we'll have a unfortunate tornado possible with it as well. And just again, as I said before, continuing to monitor the situation. The rotation does look like it is slightly breaking up. We still got it in there though, and this is a storm we are going to monitor for the next couple of minutes. They continue the tornado warning according to the NWS chat. That tornado warning continues. Let me find it again. Continues until 5:55. Let's see. Hold on. It continues until 6:30 p.m. Central Daytime. So this is expected to be continue on. Tornado warning radar indicated hail up to 1.25 inch for Archer, Baylor, and Wichita will Garger, Texas, till 6:30 p.m. Central Daytime. At 5:55 p.m. Central Daytime, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 6 miles north of Lake Diverson, moving east at 25 miles per hour. I'm going to go ahead and draw a storm track, and we'll go from there. Alright, so continuing to really monitor this. And bear with me here. This is it's becoming more of an outflow. So instead of the rotation now, we are just getting a wind bag to what it looks like here. So even if this thing does not produce a tornado, we can have larger hail and gustier winds with this as well. So again, I just want you guys to be in your safe place if you are out in front of this storm. And I, again, am going to draw a storm track so we can exactly see. Again, this storm is moving at 25 miles per hour. So I'm going to draw a storm track just exactly towards the Wichita Falls area. And I accidentally turned off that. So bear with me here. Alright, so if you are in Kamei, this will be in your area within 14 minutes. Pleasant Valley, 43 minutes. Lakeside City, 51 minutes. And Wichita Falls, 52 minutes. Affected population will be just above 100,000 people will be affected by this storm. So take that as a caution. Please do move into an interior room of a sturdy shelter and stay in there until this warning has been allowed to expire. I will let you know when the warning is allowed to expire. It is still ongoing though, and we're going to continue to monitor it for any other circulation that may develop. We're going to go ahead and make a quick post on the Twitter X, so if you are wanting to see that post, follow me at WeathermanNick1 on Twitter, and we will I'll continue to keep you updated from there as well. So again, we still got this tornado warning that is ongoing. This storm is showing, again, that more dominant, outflow dominant look now. We're not getting that much rotation with it. And with that, it's becoming more of a wind threat. But lots of hail can be in this storm. And that is one thing we're going to continue to watch for. We got a large section behind it here that actually no, that's a large hail spike. No, so if you are out just in Iowa Park, we have a large hail spike. So that means hail is going to be falling here, and that also means larger hail can be expected. If you see this tail end right here, that's an indication of larger hail falling within the region. So if you are anywhere on 25, you are probably, or 367, you are probably seeing very, very large hail being seen here. And I want you guys to do not pull under a overpass, but please do take shelter. Pull off the roadways. You may not be able to see in this cell as it is continuing to move through. But a hail spike is being noticed now. And this is something we're going to continue to watch for. Bear with me, folks, here. Alright, there we go. I do apologize there, and I hate leaving it in silence, but I was trying to make a post about this hail spike that we're seeing now. So again, a large hail spike is now being seen with this cell, and we can go ahead and take a look at the we can take a look at the correlation coefficient, and that is where we will see that large hail spike as well. Actually, you don't see it, but you can see it on radar. Normally, when you see this right here, and it has kind of that nose point, that is a large hail spike, and this also tells you that there is larger hail falling. Some of those darker shades in color is showing that. And this right here is a bunch of noise. It may look like another tornado is trying to, or a tornado may be on the ground, but that is mainly noise. But we are getting a lot of wind with this now. That's the main threat. And we got this tornado warning will expire in 27 minutes. So this is heading 40 Wichita Falls area. Not really rotating anymore, but we got stronger winds out in front of it. And with that, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts can be expected. And I'll go ahead and kind of run the observer over it, and we have 50 outflow winds. We got 50, trying to find my brain, 50 going away or going towards the radar, and about 38 going away from the radar here. So very much continuing to monitor this storm. It does not look like it doesn't have any tornado warning or rotation on it anymore at this time. It is mainly a gusty wind threat right now, and I believe they may allow this to expire. If not, they'll continue it into the Wichita Falls area. And this is still a cell I do think we'll have to continue to monitor for sure. So if you are out in front of this storm, please do seek shelter immediately. And even again, if this is not not on the ground or not a tornado, we're still expecting a large hail spike within the area here. So I want you guys to be in your safe place. And if you are on the road, please do not park under an overpass. Just stay into your safe place. And we'll continue to monitor from here. But this is the main cell we are watching. Going up north, we do got a few severe thunderstorm warnings up here towards the Kansas and Nebraska region. Earlier, we had a tornado on the ground in Kansas, and that was mainly a land spout for a little bit. We just got a new tornado warning here in Kansas. It is a radar-indicated tornado warning in the Kansas region, and that is going towards the Norcator region. And if you are in Jennings, you are also in this now new tornado warning. This will expire in 25 minutes. So again, a new tornado warning has been issued for the Kansas, Norton, Kansas region. If you are close to the Norton, Kansas region, please do take shelter immediately, as we do have a new tornado warning for the area. And so be sure to take precaution immediately. Take shelter. Move into an interior room as the most safest place of a building, and move away from windows and doors. And don't take your time. Just grab whatever you can get alerts from. If that would be phone or weather radio. Take those in to your safe place and stay there until the warning has been allowed to expire. This is completely out of any watch, which is interesting. Matter of fact, this is more in a blizzard warning region, and where we're supposed to really be seeing some winter weather later on, we are seeing tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings out here. So very interesting, and we got an interesting environment out here towards Kansas for sure. So again, I want you guys to be in your safe place if you are in the Kansas region. Oops. We are trying to post another update on the Twitter page. There we go. Alright, so if you are currently watching, thank you for tuning in, and we are continuing to monitor the situation of having two tornado warnings at this time. Going back out towards the Wichita Falls, looks like they're going to allow that tornado warning to expire, and they did issue a severe thunderstorm warning for the Wichita Falls area. With that, 70 mile per hour wind gusts can be expected with uh, a possible tornado tag on it as well. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring up a camera. So bear with me as I try to find a camera that I can put up. We do not really have a live camera out there towards the Wichita Falls. Which is interesting, honestly. Let's see if I can try to find a traffic cam. Wichita Falls, Texas. Hopefully we can find it. I'm fairly curious on what we might see. So I want to look more towards the right now we're not seeing too much. But we are monitoring that. I'm trying to... We may have a shelf cloud, but it's hard to tell. We don't really got good views on it. But we still do got that tornado warning in effect. That is going to be allowed to expire here shortly. They did cut it a little bit. And we now got that severe thunderstorm warning down south. That is in effect. We're going to go back north and check out this other tornado warning towards the Kansas region. This will expire in 20 minutes. This is heading straight for the Norton region. Matter of fact, we might get a new tornado warning for the Almena region, where we do have some stronger possible rotation just right here, just north of that Almeni region, or Almena. I do apologize if I'm saying your town wrong, but we do have some new rotation there, and we're going to continue to monitor for that as well. So please do be in your safe place. Unfortunately, we are not really able to find a good traffic cam that I would like to have, but that's alright. We may have some rotation within this storm, so I'm going to continue to watch that. We even have a severe thunderstorm warning in the Los Angeles region of California. So that would include some larger hail and gustier winds. That's a continuation. You've got 34 minutes on that. Going back south towards this one tornado warning in the Wichita, or close to the Wichita Falls. That tornado warning is not an issue right now. Again, that's going to be allowed to expire. We are right now having large hail falling with this cell. Very, very large hail is falling, and that is one of the darker hail spikes there that I've seen in a long time. Normally, you see those during the summertime, but we're gonna try to get a radar. Yeah, that's some larger hail falling. Around 6:06, we did have a funnel cloud reported. That was a while ago now. But we don't have much rotation with this anymore. Matter of fact, we really don't have any at all. So that's a good thing on our end, because we really don't need a tornado to touch down around the Wichita Falls area at all. But unfortunately, we are definitely dealing with that larger hail. And taking a look at the CC drop, you can't really see, but this could be somewhat of the larger hail that is possibly being detected within the storm. It's around that region. Normally, if you look at the CC, it will kind of make a form if there's really, really large hail. And there still is. I'm not saying that there's not, but we're continuing to watch this as it continues to go through. The tornado threat has really downsized today, and that's very interesting to really look at today. But we're going to continue again to monitor the region. I'm not seeing much more of any tornado photos or anything like that. It is just a bunch of stuff being uploaded, but if you are in Iowa Park, I would not be surprised if you are seeing larger hail. It looks like if this could try again, and if this could get itself together, we could see a new hook echo in front of. Matter of fact, we are seeing a hook echo. It's just the question is if we're going to see any more rotation with this storm. So we're going to continue to monitor that situation. But so far, it is just a severe thunderstorm warning with that warning behind it, that tornado warning. Going back up north towards the Nebraska and Kansas region. We may still have some rotation, a little bit of rotation here, and here towards the Beaver City region. And as that continues to go through, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning just north of Fairview, Kansas. And we continue with the severe and tornado warning down towards the Wichita Falls area and Iowa Park. So I am going to try to look for a possible traffic cam. Hopefully I can find one. Nope, there's not one on radar scope. There might be one. There might be one here somewhere. So bear with me as I am trying to get a closer look at the Iowa Park region. And instead of getting good pictures, we're not seeing very good pictures. That's the unfortunate thing. I want to see if I can try to find a actual working one. So bear with me, folks, as I am trying to figure out or find a traffic cam, because I am curious. Alright, so
there's nothing.
We're not seeing. It is very. We do have gusty winds outside towards the area, but I'm not seeing what we might be. Okay, so it's kind of a switcheroo on some of the cameras that switches over time. Still not getting any rotation with this storm in Wichita Falls. We're going to go back up north once again towards the Kansas region. And we do still have that tornado warning. That will expire in 13 minutes. We are probably going to see a new one come up towards the Nebraska region. We'll have to continue to monitor that. But I'm not seeing any rotation with this one. And if we go towards the Oklahoma area, Oklahoma's close there, just north of Fairview, we still got that severe thunderstorm warning that will be still ongoing until 43 minutes from now. We are going to continue to cover live until we see a little bit of a quiet break within these tornado warnings, and then we'll kind of stop from there. But we're going to continue covering the 2 tornado warnings that we have. This one will be allowed to expire within the next coming minutes, as this one is still ongoing and it still has a little bit more time. It's got about 12 minutes on it, and we're just going to continue to cover these regions as well. And once that tornado warning expires towards the Wichita Falls area, we'll kind of drop our focus for a minute and move it up towards the Kansas region. So if you are joining me here live, I appreciate it. We are again covering for the stronger storms out towards the Wichita Falls and Kansas region. This is a larger threat that we had today. We're expecting to see a damaging wind gust up to 60, even 70 miles per hour, larger hail, and some spin-up tornadoes here and there. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning out just north of El Reno, Oklahoma. And with that, this severe thunderstorm warning, is going to expire in 41 minutes from now. So we do have that new severe thunderstorm warning there. Very strong winds possible up here in this area. We're seeing a lot from that. And I'm going to continue to see if I can monitor anything within damage reports. Does look like we're getting reports of a possible wall cloud towards the Wichita Falls area, and that might occur with maybe some rotation within it. It does look like we might have some slight rotation, but it doesn't not necessarily look like that just yet. And we are still monitoring these storms as we or keep going with these coverage here. Going back up north again towards the tornado warning up here, we still got 10 minutes on it. It is still ongoing for the Jennings area and Norcator region. I'm assuming they're going to let this one expire here soon since there's nothing there. And we currently have, they allowed the tornado warning down south towards the Wichita Falls area to expire. We may see a new one if this storm can if it can grab itself again. We may see something new come out of this, but it doesn't really look like we're seeing any rotation with it at all. So we're going to continue to monitor that storm though. Going down towards the south here, we do still have some storms down here. And if we move back up north, we do have the tornado warning currently ongoing, still in the Norton, close to Norton, Kansas region. We are going to change our title. Bear with me, folks. As I am retyping our title, we're going to continue to cover live for the other tornado warning. And from then on, we'll see if we'll have any more storms develop later on this evening. But which we already have most likely. But this Wichita Falls storm is the one that I'm keeping my eyes on for sure. And large hail is possibly falling with the storm still. We do have a little bit of a hook echo. This is what you would call a hook echo. And that is in front of the line. You got the inflow, this is normally your inflow right here. your outflow sometimes. It kind of goes in there as well with that. But it does look like it's going to try to get its act together. And so I'm going to continue monitoring this storm for the next couple of minutes here. Thank you for the people who have tuned in. Again, like I said before, we are covering live for the Wichita Falls, Texas region and for the Kansas region as well, where we do have a tornado warning up there. And this is all a part of a larger event that is ongoing. So please do, if you are out in this risk, be sure to take precautions and have ways to get warnings. So far, it's been decently quiet. We've had a few tornado warnings get issued today. The main threat today was the straight line damaging wind threat and hail, but we still do have that tornado threat. Most damage we've seen today is in the Garden City region of Kansas, where it looked like we had a brief tornado touchdown within that area, and we were actually covering live when that happened a couple of hours ago now. It is 6:23 here, and we're still covering for the severe weather up here in the Central Plains and Northern Plains, and as it's continuing to ongo and cause some issues. But I am going to go back towards the Wichita Falls area and kind of take a look at it. Still trying to get its act together. Hopefully it can move out of the populated area before it does anything. But even if it doesn't, again, if it doesn't touch down or have a tornado or any rotation, we're still dealing with that strong gusty winds up to 70 miles per hour, and as well as large hail. Again, very large hail will be falling with this storm. So we are going to continue to monitor the situation here. And I am still reading the reports. So there is some reports of hail still ongoing, and there is some inflow as well. Alright, so I'm just kind of monitoring chat here and trying to see if we've had anything within the tornado genesis area. Alright, so continuing to monitor the Wichita Falls situation, I'm going to go back north towards the tornado warning that is still ongoing for the Kansas region. That expires in 4 minutes. We may see a new one appear towards reds and greens, but it doesn't look interesting as it was earlier. And it is in a radar hole, so we take a look at it. There may be some slight rotation with these. We might see a new tornado warning get issued for those, but mainly watching the threat a little bit more closely just to the south of this. I don't think this tornado warning even really counts right now. So again, the Kansas region area is where we're mainly watching, and right now anyway, we are watching down south. But we've had a lot of backfill rotation with these storms, other than the front fill that we normally see. So, and that's mainly because this is closer to the low pressure system as well. We still got those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the Oklahoma region. Both of these are not really even rotating. They're just stronger, gustier winds with some smaller hail. And with that, they're isolated in nature. They have some larger hail with them. Not a big concern, but please do stay weather aware. Going back down to the Wichita Falls area, and unfortunately it does look like we are starting to see a couplet try to form here. This is the reds and greens together. This is starting to match up with the radar here, and this is just west of Wichita Falls. So this is already it's looking more interesting than it was earlier. So we are starting to get those reds and greens coming closer to each other. Once they kind of meet spot, we could see a tornado warning here in the next couple of minutes here towards the Wichita Falls area. But the storm is not done yet. It is still undergoing. It's strengthening here, and again, it is not done yet. It's got a while to go here. And I'm just kind of taking a look at anything within the region. Yeah, so the storm in Wichita Falls has become more outflow dominant, but it does look like we may start to see some newer rotation here in just a couple minutes. And I wouldn't be surprised if this storm would try again. We'll just have to see what it does here. Bear with me here, folks, as I post another post about this. Alright. Again, if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is WeathermanNick1. I post updates on there daily on the weather. And we try to keep a good posting, and I think we're probably going to see a new tornado warning down south towards the Wichita, Texas area. This tornado warning in Kansas is going to expire, so we are going to mainly focus towards the Wichita Falls area, and that's where my eyes are really keeping close watch on. But I'm going to kind of keep my radar here real quick as I study at some things and try to see anything within a new tornado warning or not. And nothing yet. Not seeing anything yet. 2 minutes ago, they just issued or continued the severe thunderstorm warning. So you could expect golf ball size hail with gusts up to 70 miles per hour for that area. It is moving into the area with large hail and some definite rotation. Alright, that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. We are going to move back down south towards the Wichita Falls area. The rotation is broken up again a little bit. I am very curious what we're seeing in the Wichita Falls area. And this thing may try to do it again, and unfortunately it's going to try to do it again in a bad spot. Very bad spot. So hopefully we can find a better spot to watch the storm. I'm not really finding good traffic cams. so far, it does look like it's mainly a supercell, of course. That's the main thing, too. But you can tell in the skies a little bit that it is definitely a strong cell at most. And I'm very worried for the Texas area. And unfortunately, we don't have a good camera out there. I wish we could get better cameras, but we don't really have any. I'm trying to get a good one out there, but we're not really seeing anything within that. That's very unfortunate. We got a Houston, Texas camera, but we're not looking at Houston, Texas. But as we continue to monitor through this storm, I want to go back up north real quick. Alright, so we need to change the title real quick. I appreciate everybody that is continuing to watch. We are mainly keeping our eye on the Wichita Falls area, so bear with me. Alright, so we changed our title there so we don't confuse anybody, but we do, and we are going to continue to monitor the Wichita Falls region. Strong winds are currently ongoing out here. We got 51 to almost 60 miles per hour inflow and outflow. That is going, so about 30 to 50 ongoing. This storm is not playing, and this is a storm we need to continue to watch as it goes through the Wichita Falls area. We still have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings currently. And my main focus is this one, again, towards the Wichita Falls area. This is heading into a decently populated area. Does look like it's going outflow dominant again. So it does look like we are going to kind of lose this storm in general a little bit. So thank you for the people that has stayed tuned in here. I hope if you are watching and if you are in the severe thunderstorm warning, I hope you guys are in your safe place and are safe. And if you are around the Wichita Falls area, the rotation looks like it's gone now. The main threat is going to be the gusty winds and large hail. So we're continuing to definitely keep our eyes out and peeled for this. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of let this continue on here. Let's see. Alright, so main threat right now is going to be that strong damaging winds with some larger hail. Very, very large supercell out there though, and I want you guys to be in your safe place immediately. But if you are out in front of this line, I do want you guys to also be in your safe place and just kind of take notice here. And I'm going to go ahead and let the live stream end here. We still got the strong storm moving into the Wichita Falls area. They are continuing that severe thunderstorm warning, and it's going to continue for the outside regions of Wichita Falls. So if you are in the Petrola, Byers region, I want you guys to also be in your safe place. And as we're dealing with the gusty winds up to 70 miles per hour and larger hail, with that, even though if it's not a tornado, we're still expecting stronger winds with it. So please do be in your safe place and tune in to your local National Weather Service. And we'll stay live here. We ain't gonna leave yet. This storm is still ongoing and shows a lot of potential um, as well. So we really need to continue to monitor this cell as it is just now moving out of the populated area of Wichita Falls. Really, it's directly impacting them right now, but uh, large hail is falling around this region, and I do want to take a close look to the correlation coefficient here, and we do have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Bear with me here as I real quickly check if I've missed anything else. Alright. Bear with me here. Alright. We're going to have Tanner join us real quick. So hold on here. Hello?
I'm back. I can help. Just
Alright.
get him.
So we're covering a severe thunderstorm warning in the Wichita Falls metro area, just to kind of
I
get you
I
updated.
saw that. There's a lot of hail.
Yep, a lot of hail with it. Did have rotation earlier, but mainly became outflow dominant.
Okay.
But we can still expect a possible tornado, brief tornado within this. Unfortunately, hopefully it's out of the metro. If it does that, hopefully it gets out of the metro area.
Right.
But we're gonna really continue to monitor this area, and I want you guys to just be in your safe place if you are in the Wichita Falls area, as we're dealing with that large hail still falling up to I think it was, how large is the hail falling again? I forget how large the hail was.
My
Half
link
dollar size hail, so it has updated.
my link is back up if need so.
All right. So half dollar size hail is falling in front of this storm, or with this storm, and we got winds gusting at 70 miles per hour. If you want, Tanner, you can read the winds, the inflow and outflow winds, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Our main concern here right now, folks, is that heavy hail. We're gonna actually pop on the hail core, and they're seeing about 2 inch in diameter hail, about 900 to 807 inch. But that 2 inch in diameter hail, my friends, that hail is just crazy. So 2 inch in diameter is about hen sized egg hail, and that is what we are currently watching. You can see those dark blacks just to the west of Dean. That's where we're seeing the hail, and that's 65 dBz. And let's go to the ZDR, the uh ZDR, and let's see what ZDR says. Actually, not ZDR. Which one is it? Not ZDR. I don't remember which one it is. Bear with me. We're gonna pull up the graphic for the one actually.
All right. So again, we are keeping our eyes on the Wichita Falls area. I've said that a bunch already.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna go up north real quick and look. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in the. Make sure Tanner's feed is. Right. So we're using your desktop or my desktop audio feed this time for the moment.
Okay. All right. I found it. It's DR. DR. All right. So the DR. This is what is known as differential radar. And when you have a number in reflectivity that is higher, that is between 50 and 70, that gives you the higher chance. And let's go to that. 50 and 70, that gives you the high chance of potential hail. So between 50 and between 70. Let's go to the ZDR, which is our differential radar, which differentiates between rain and other objects. And you want a number between -1 to zero point 0.5. And we're getting that number, which is higher, which is indicating hail in those areas. So that's where you can have the hail, especially in those darker areas with the reds and stuff. That's where you can see that hail at. Storm relative velocity is also painting a widely big picture of rotation. I'm not surprised that they have not issued a tornado warning for this, because that is some incredible rotation that we have seen in years past. So, uh, that is something that we definitely need to watch. That is base reflectivity. This is storm relative velocity, or sorry, storm relative velocity. Yeah, and negative 56. While we have inflow winds of right around 40 to 50 miles an hour, I do want to look at MESO, or our meso. It doesn't look we have a meso scan at this moment, but actually we do now. It says that we have a meso detection. It is very low level rotation with 28 knots. Which is very minimal for where we should be. But I do also want to look at the echo tops. And this storm is about 40,000 feet up in the atmosphere of how tall the storm is. That, my friends, is what we're expecting. So that one considerable warning back into Iowa Park and Pleasant Valley, that's expiring here now at 6:45 Eastern Standard Time, or Central Standard Time, if you will. And I do want to go back to wind shear, and wow, that is some strong wind shear all across parts of Wichita Falls, which is really starting to raise our concerns. Like I said, more and more, because what we are looking for is this rotation. It does look like the newest scan has started to break apart, but it definitely is still broad rotation for a majority of the part. Nick, do you have any update?
So far, nothing within the storm. I mean, like you said before, large hail and that rotation that's still kind of ongoing here. It like you said, it's kind of broken up a little bit. It's not
Yep.
incredibly strong, but it's there, and it is something we're gonna keep an eye on for sure.
Right. Yep. So give me just a sec. I'm downloading my pen software. I didn't have it downloaded.
That's odd.
I don't even know where it went, which is the weird thing.
Okay, so they allowed that severe thunderstorm warning in Nebraska to expire. So Kansas so far has zero severe thunderstorm warnings and in a while. So that's a good thing. Hopefully it stays that way. But we still got some cells out there, although they're not too strong. But we do have some stronger areas towards that Norton area. Um,
Correct.
but we go down to the Oklahoma City region, just north towards the Emond region, where we might be seeing some larger hail falling with this severe thunderstorm warning that will expire in 15 minutes. Quarter size hail. Radar is indicating a little bit larger there, but nothing too much within that storm. And same with the other one, just north of the Enid and Cherokee region. So, main focus right now is the Wichita Falls area, where we still have the large hail falling, and I wish I had a traffic cam view, but there's not any traffic cams, very good traffic cams anyway. So, bear with me.
Yes.
You better figure out what that smell is in your room.
Alright, so a lot of hail is still falling with this supercell. We're going to call it that, as it's been a long track pretty much of a supercell. We've been lucky enough, I realize, that y'all can't see my screen there. I don't know why I do that, but again, we're going to continue to monitor my luck today, y'all. Oh boy. Alright, so now we got it pulled up. We are continuing to cover the area within the Wichita Falls. This is now beginning to move out of your area. You're getting a lot of backfill rainfall here from the cell. We are still having that larger hail falling out here just around the Dean area and east of Wichita Falls. Up to 2 inches in size, which is half dollar size hail, and even larger is falling. This just impacted a metro area, so hail damage can vary within um, $3,000 to $1 million. Sometimes this is something that you would deal with a very damaging and expensive hail event here, as it just went through a very populated area, and it is still continuing with a tornado possible tag on it, and 70 mile per hour wind gusts can be stronger winds can be expected with this storm as well. If you are out in front of this line and you're on the highway or on a road, if you are any closer to the city, try to pull off and find a house, or just knock on somebody's door or try to take shelter. Just stay off the roadways with this storm, because that hail is going to smash your cars, your trucks. It's going to smash houses. It's not really going to help driving conditions. Never park under a underpass. Never ever park under an underpass, as that completely stops up other traffic where other people cannot move out of the way either. So, and that will sometimes cause accidents. So, please do not park under any underpasses if possible.
Correct. I'm back, by the way. I had to go do something real quick, so I apologize for having to step away, but I'm
You're
back.
good.
Like Nick said, do not park under any underpasses. A majority of people unfortunately fatally pass away due to parking under underpasses, and well, that unfortunately, my friends, that is something that we're working on trying to get you to not do. So once again, do not park under underpasses. Pull off to the side of the road. Do anything that you need to do before parking under an underpass. Um,
Hey, Tanner. So
yes.
something. Oh, we got some rotation with this storm too now. Some sharper
Yep.
rotation there. But just to mention, the the Storm Prediction Center just issued a new mesoscale discussion about a minute ago. Isolated large hail, wind damage, and a brief tornado will be possible within the next couple of hours. Local watch and extension may be needed. So we may see a local watch extension just for this storm, which is interesting
Yep.
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very interesting, especially, if that's something that they're going to do, they should at least give us, a little bit of a heads notice so we can start to, really get the message out more and
Right.
more and more so we can get more people to be, notified and let know. So, if you know anybody right now that, lives down in the south, let them know, just give them a call, say, hey, maybe you're not in this area, but here's something that you might want to pay attention to tonight, because I know that there's a lot of people probably tonight that aren't really aware of what's happening. Spring's here. They're trying to get out. They're not really paying attention to severe weather season, because not many people are thinking about tornadoes happening in March. But yes, it's a fatal thing that happens in March. We have this every year, and it's something that not many people take seriously, and unfortunately bad things happen when people don't take it seriously. So just or tell your friend, let get the word out as big as possible, and let's just get everybody on the same page.
Correct. And I completely agree with that, Tanner. And continuing to go with this, they did issue a new. Well, they continued the severe thunderstorm warning, and they also have a tornado possible tag on it. That's been on it for a while now, but they dropped the expectation of 70 mile per hour wind gusts to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So that has been able to drop, and now we're expecting golf ball size hail. So we're really paying attention towards the storm to see some tornado, maybe another tornado, a brief tornado, try to develop here, but the storm has really been trying, and as you can see, the hook echo is really starting to wrap back into the storm. That's what you would call an occlusion. And it's starting to occlude back into the storm a little bit there. And with that, we're probably going to see a brief moment of just no rotation. It's going to try to wrap back around. This is a good thing generally because that would really help our situation from having a tornado impact a large populated area. This would help limit that. But we can expect it to try again, and that's when the issue becomes a thing again. But right now, we're still keeping a close eye on this storm. If you are out in front of it, please do be in your safe place and take precautions if need to be. Going back up north, have a we have two severe thunderstorm warnings in the Oklahoma region still. One expires in 7 minutes. Actually, both of them expires in 7 minutes. So either they'll continue those, or we won't have to deal with those much longer from now. But again,
Correct.
main focus is the Wichita Falls storm, and looks like the rotation is starting to couple it pretty closely a little bit there.
Yep, I totally agree with you, Nick.
Do you see anything else that might be interesting there?
Not at the moment. I think we need to wait for a few more scans to get in here, and then we can really start to, pick our P's and Q's. But right now, I don't see anything that looks concerning, which is definitely a good thing.
Correct. I'm gonna go ahead and move the. I'm gonna try to get closer to this storm because I want to see what it looks like a little bit. I did just see earlier a decent time lapse of the cell moving in. I did repost that on Twitter. If you follow me there, I reposted it. These are very, very low. I mean, these are tall clouds, but they're also low clouds at the same time, so.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much other than a shelf cloud look to it. Although larger hail, as Tanner was talking about earlier, if we could get a nice updraft in that storm, we're going to definitely see a bit of some larger hail with it.
Yes, we will. By the way, Nick, I apologize for the silence. I'm trying to get my build button back on here.
You're
The
good.
Baron toolbar, but the Baron toolbar is not working tonight. So I have to fix the Baron toolbar, which is making me mad.
You're all good. I'm continuing to monitor this because the couplets, or the green and reds, are pretty much right next to each other, but this is just right outside of the area, so it looks a bit like noise right now. Or inflow, at least. We do apologize for the silence We are mainly just I can't even talk. We are monitoring the situation as it is continuing to go through, and we might get a new warning here shortly. And we're still seeing larger hail because the large hails, it's really starting to show out again on the radar. That's going to be damaging to vehicles, homes. If you are out in front of this storm, please do move into a safe place immediately as we continue to cover this. The velocity of rotation has kind of gotten very messy, so.
Okay.
And tomorrow we do this all over again because we have another enhanced risk. This one has a bigger threat to it right now.
Okay. Are you home tomorrow?
Not all day, no, but.
Are you still on your spring break?
No.
No.
My spring break is long over. It was over 2 weeks ago now, almost.
Oh, sweet.
Are you still off?
Yeah, I just started.
Okay. If I'm not home by the time the storms initiate tomorrow, you know what to do.
Okay.
Plus, the North Alabama coverage area is also in the threat. We're mainly going to be seeing straight line damaging winds. This might try to turn linear.
Linear?
Yeah, it's starting to kind of clump up into a big ball.
Of course it is. Alright, one more few seconds of silence.
I'm just monitoring Twitter
You're
and
good.
everything else. No. Okay. Yep. We're gonna get a possible tornado on the ground here in a minute. Yep. All right. So if you are out in front of this storm, let me find my correlation coefficient real quick. I doubt we see anything, but okay. If you are out in front of this storm towards the Hernville region or just west of that area, we do now have a little bit tighter couplet. It's kind of a little bit south of that little spot there, but it does look like we do have a more tighter couplet here than what we were seeing earlier, and this is something we're going to continue to monitor. This might be some sound. It kind of does look like it mainly is, but we do have a tighter couplet there, and if the National Weather Service in around Texas area sees that and decide to warrant it, please be in your safe place. I am. Alright, it's a new severe thunderstorm warning. It hasn't been added to my radar yet, but it is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail, so it is slowly starting to drop. All right, Tanner, what do you think we should do from here?
Uh, I I
Yeah, I
know
give you the
as
microphone.
I know as soon as we get off, they're gonna do something.
Yeah, good point. That's why I've been waiting to say anything. Um,
Um, I would just play some music and wait for NWS.
all right, that's what we'll do, and then I'll add the call. Um, yeah, we'll play some music and kind of chit chat for a minute. Um, we'll go from there.
Yep.
All right, so we're continuing to monitor this cell towards the Petrola now region of Texas. We do actually have a severe thunderstorm. Oh, that's what that severe thunderstorm warning was for. It's just to the west of Wichita Falls. So Wichita Falls, you're about to get hit by another cell here with some hail. Not as large as the one before, but we'll continue to monitor that. But we got two severe thunderstorm warnings there. We got one still ongoing just south of Eden, Oklahoma. The rest of the area is pretty much clear. And from then, we're just going to continue to monitor this one cell in Wichita Falls.
Yep. All right. Okay, hold on. I got it. I got the Baron bar. It should now be up. Let me get this. Make sure it actually went over to that computer. Did I get it? I think I got it.
New mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center. Isolated large hail and a few strong wind gusts will be possible this evening for the Kansas and the central Oklahoma. So central Kansas and Oklahoma region there. Not really mentioning anything about tornadoes anymore, just some of that larger hail and gustier winds with it, as this will begin to become a QLCS type risk later on tonight. And with that, we can really start to see some stronger, some spin-up tornadoes tonight, and some stronger storms as we continue going into early tomorrow morning. This will continue to track into the Louisiana region and the Mississippi region, where we are going to deal with a higher chance of seeing some of those stronger tornadoes during the afternoon. Or I believe it's the afternoon hours. I have to go look real quick.
Okay, got the Baron bar up. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's see what we got running in here, guys. So, okay, let's fix this.
This will begin to move into the Louisiana and Arkansas region by 2 p.m. And then by 18Z, which is 6 p.m. Central Date Time, it would be just moving out of the area. So early Tuesday morning, this will be an overnight event for the Mississippi region. But the areas that are in that 10% tornado sig risk is It'll be in between the evening hours, afternoon to evening hours, so from 2 p.m. to about 5 or 6 p.m. Central Daytime. So hopefully I can make it home before then.
Alright, there we go. Can you see the bar?
Let's see. Yes, I can.
Sweet.
Yeah,
This
the
is
rotation
where
has broken up
somewhere
on me,
that
so
rotation is. That rotation's somewhere up in here.
it's mainly broken up a little bit.
Yeah. It's broken up. It looks... And it's almost reminding me of what's it called? Somewhere in this area. Trying to see where this guy is trying to go. I mean, there's 100% hail in there. Let's see. There's a mezzo of 5. There's a mezzo. There's a mezzo somewhere rotating in there. Let's go ahead and let's use the zoom bar. Let's click the zoom bar button. Let's go ahead and let's click the zoom button bar. Alright. Use the measure tool to see how far. That's not helping. Alright, we don't have mezzo on yet. No, we do. Never mind. Yep. Let's go to storm relative velocities. Let's see. Let's put on the probe tool. Can we go to probe? The probe tool. 50 miles an hour. Let's do. Can we? This is a P6. Okay. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go back to the hail to see if there is any hail. This will be actually a nice little blob. And then there is. They just issued a warning. This is a tornado possible tag.
Yep. For 60 mile per hour wind gusts.
Let's see what happened here. Whoa. That's not right. Yeah, it's for about 40 mile an hour winds going out, about 60 coming in. That's storm relative velocity. Let's look at base velocity. Yeah, base velocity has it just south of Byers. One sec.
Oh gosh, scared the crap out of me. Hold on. Tanner, you got the coverage there? Tanner?
One sec. Sorry. I have to turn the dryer off.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. So we're gonna go ahead and end it from here. I appreciate y'all for joining us here. We still do have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings at this time, and with that, or actually 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. One in Oklahoma, and this one towards the just east of the Wichita Falls area, going into Oklahoma, and we've got these 2 down here. This event's not exactly over yet. It is still occurring. So if you are out in front of this system, please do stay in your safe place. If anything occurs in the rest of the evening, I'll keep you aware. And I do appreciate y'all for joining us here. And we'll be here waiting to keep you weather aware later on this evening. Stay weather aware and have a safe and wonderful